officials who
We
were meeting
crashed
with
once,
members
never
of
again,
Congress and documenting
hopefully.
the fact that they were
Please like
on
and
guard for
subscribe to help
exactly this
support the
kind of
channel
Trump
and say no to
crap
game
in his waning
crashes.
days of power, because there was already a president-elect, because Terry coup. It was attempted, or it was in law, they call that sometimes inchoate, or an incompleted crime. But as you may know, attempted murder is a big deal, and attempted coups are a big deal, or at least they're supposed to be. And then you look at this holistically, as I've said, I want to bring back that reporting we've done, because when you look at these arrows, in the bottom, I want to point to you where it says military seized voting machines. That's what I'm telling you. There were all these other plots. Some of them lasted longer. Indeed, as you can see, the military plot was so extreme that it lasted shorter, and it ended that night, December 18th. But let me draw your attention to something I told you if you watched this show months ago when we made this original documentation. The actual plan to sabotage January 6th, to make January 6th a day where people would come to Washington, which had never been before. It's not like an inauguration day. When did that plan begin? Well, you can see that arrow begins exactly where the military seized voting machines arrow ends. And that is a historical fact that we've drawn your attention to with this reporting, because it was literally that night. It wasn't like a couple days later. It wasn't even the next day. That same night when this meeting broke up, and Trump, of course, eyeing his own self-interest and his own warnings from Giuliani, shifted from that aborted military plot, and look what he set out. It's now an infamous tweet, although people might forget exactly what it grew out of. Note the time, December 19th, 1:42 a.m. Just within 2 hours of course, midnight and the ending and the breakup of that other meeting, check someone you may have heard of, who was not as famous at the time. Peter Navarro. Report alleging election fraud. Could swing victory to Trump. A great report by Peter. Statistically impossible to have lost the 2020 election. And then there you go. This was the first time this was ever publicly noted. Big protest in D.C. on Jan 6. Be there. Will be wild. That is incriminating.
Wow. That's crazy. And we got pretty much everything we wanted out of this, huh? Off of one roll. Got less critical strike. That's a high roll too. Way less strength, but that's a decent roll for the item. Got all stats, which isn't great, right? We've got damage to close enemies, which is good. Kind of wish it showed you the range here. Critical strike damage, yes. That looks like it might be low. Damage over time, no. Although that's our bleeding, I would assume. But let's just see what we can get. Strength. That's a good strength. I'd rather have vulnerable damage.
Hand pink waving, hand pink waving, hand pink waving.
Hey, what's up, Adrian? Sorry about that. The stream crashed right when you joined on the last one. Ooh, boy, that's a lot of money. Let's do it just to see. Do it again. One more time. And who?
Until spring.
What would we do? We do not have critical strike damage. Need to drink coffee. We don't want damage to injured enemies. We want strength, we want vulnerable. Ultimate, no. Damage to bleeding. Ooh, it does not like me on this one. Core. I'd rather have core. The hell? One more time. Yeah, it's getting too expensive. What's he doing?
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm okay. I'm fucking up my build again, so that's good.
Yeah, I'm trying to I got some potentially good weapons to replace from the last
Yeah.
Helltide I did, and I'm spending a lot of money.
Yeah, I don't really know what to say about it all, to be honest. It's fucking the amount of money I'm getting rid of at this point. It is shitting down my neck. Okay, let's sell that stuff then. So what do you, well, you just found better yellow items and you've got to do all the usual shit, is it?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I enchanted the wrong fucking thing.
Oh, yeah? Oh, shit. What do I... Okay, I have not upgraded my item at all. Do I find the... whatever, the aspect and put it on now, or do I put it on after I upgrade?
After you upgrade.
And then I put it on something else and then upgrade it on that. Then rip it
Wait,
off.
sorry, what do you mean?
And then I put it on a high-end item, or I get it off a high-end item, upgrade it, take it off the aspect, and then put it on.
Okay. Slow down, big man, right? Slow down. You're using a lot of words, and I'm mentally challenged, all right? So you get your yellow item.
Yeah.
You roll it prior to doing anything with it. Then you find
I did that.
a unique or legendary that has,
what
as all of them do, shit stats, but a great aspect with a high percentage of the aspect roll. Then you extract it, and then you upgrade the yellow to 5, and then you put the aspect on. Oh, and you might want to stick on their basically do all the upgrading and adding sockets to weapons while it's yellow, and then you stick the aspect on it.
Yeah.
I believe that's their...
I think the aspects upgrade too, though, with upgrades, right?
Yeah.
So I think if you do all that, and then you got a high rolled item already that you're going to take it off of, you know?
I think you might be right there.
And then you upgrade that item, take the aspect off because it's upgraded fully, and then you put it on your item.
Holy shit, Lobo.
I know, right? Didn't that just add a whole level of confusion?
Yeah.
Like, it's so daunting.
Fucking hell.
It's a bit much.
Yeah. Oh, fuck it. Fuck it. There you go. And what do you want? You can fucking shit all as well. When you hit a crowd control. Right, where's Oblivion in Hawazar?
Oblivion?
What the hell is Hawazar?
I think that's the lower right.
Let's go have a look. Hawazar, yes it is. Okay, so now that's Infested Estate. That's Serpent's Lair. Ironhold. Haunted. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I got it. You've never...
Oblivion.
Have you ever heard of a mace called Overkill?
Jesus Christ. Sorry, I couldn't hear you over the explosion in the background.
I thought I had something special when you said that, like I got one of the super rare things. I said, have you ever heard of a unique called Overkill?
I'm afraid not, no.
Oh, okay. It's a two-handed mace, but when I said that, you said, Jesus Christ! I was like, oh, yay!
Yay! Yeah. Oh, come on. So what have I got? Like, none of this. Oh man, I need I've realised today that I've been getting the same aspects on uniques the entire time I've played. I went through I've been looking at builds, and then they go, right, you need this, they're really common. And then I look at my chest, and I had 6 legendary helmets, which all had, like, grenade-based fucking aspects, and I was like, why have I even got you? I never use them. Can you,
Oh,
when you've got a moment, could you help me just run through a dungeon quickly? It's not a nightmare dungeon.
just a regular dungeon.
Yeah. You'll walk through it, but I've been changing my gear and I don't have enough money or the right aspects to put on this fucking shit.
Yeah. What? Did I grab the wrong thing? Oh my god, I was about to upgrade the wrong item. I think it...
Oh my god. I'm starting to think that maybe their UI and the way it works isn't good.
Yeah.
Quick question: does frostbin affect anything? Okay.
Oh, anyway, yeah, I can help you.
Ah, thanks, man. Because I need to basically, it's not even rare items I need, it's all the basic shit that should have probably been dropping quite regularly,
Yeah.
but I just haven't got. Okay, so let's set up these fucking skills before I go fighting then.
I'm gonna try
Right.
this really quick. So I got a very top ancestral dire whirlwind, and I'm going to upgrade the item it's on before I take the aspect out.
Okay.
It is at 16% chance to increase, and the second part is 48 out of 18 to 48. So it's top rolls on both. Will it increase past that with upgrading? Probably not. I don't know. First roll, it is not going to increase. Second roll, it is not going to increase. Third roll, still no increase. Still not going up. Last one, it will not go up. It'll still be the same.
Okay. Well, the more you know.
Yep. Do 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 do.
No, what are you doing? That's wrong. You little bitch. What about the... Right, this isn't gonna fucking work, is it?
What are you trying to do?
I need the aspects in order to like generate resource. So I can, instead of using one of the basic skills, just use a core skill instead. Is essentially the rundown of it. Okay, so I'm about to get bad. Watch this. Oh, I used the fucking... Oh, this is going to be really difficult to fucking...
Ah, good fortune, that is fairly well.
Oh, I think I just fucked up. Like, I think I didn't upgrade my yellow. I forgot to, but I don't think it'll matter. It'll just be more expensive.
Yeah.
Which is boo.
I'm not sure I like the feeling of that.
Not bad.
Okay, so no is the answer to that one. I would probably say I'm going to have to stick that in. Oh, it's going to be so weak.
Yeah, I was right. I made a pretty awesome weapon.
Precious stones to catch the light.
Nice.
Come and see.
Yeah. Really expensive process. Now I have 2 other weapons that I'm not sure if they'll be stronger or not, but I'm pretty sure they will.
I'll just put them in a safe place and go back to them.
I gotta unsocket these damn things.
Oh shit, yeah. I haven't socketed any more shit.
Are you already in your dungeon?
Yeah, but suffering greatly because I am not generating enough resource.
I'm on my way.
Hold on, give yourself a couple of minutes, and because I'm just going to go back and quickly. I forgot to like upgrade the stuff I have, and stick sockets in it and whatnot, and I just think it's probably going to be of benefit to me to do that.
Okay, that's pretty lame.
But so far, this build is not working.
No.
Not for me. No, I just don't have the right stuff. Straight up, it's my own fault.
Yeah, I don't think you want. I don't think you want to rip aspects off of things that are sacred. I think you want ancestral, even the aspects.
Oh yeah, obviously you want ancestral. Why would you?
Shut your mouth. Don't speak to me like that. Obviously.
Are we not doing ancestral everything at the moment? Is that not what we were told?
I didn't really put a lot of thought into aspects like that. At first I was just like, oh, they're just powers.
They can make the yellow item ancestral as well. Not that you kind of want that because you wouldn't know where the stats are going to be, but you get what I mean.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, no fucking way. Oh, I need so much money.
No fucking way what?
I went to go stick some sockets and stuff, and it's just like, hey, that'll be $500,000, please. Like, have you tried fucking yourself lately? We'll talk.
Why isn't there a back door? I love using the back door. Hello?
He says hello.
Yeehaw, man, you did it.
Yeah, I know. Look, in fairness, he's got a microphone from you to him, you know? Okay. I mean, I'm not fucking perfect, but I'll suffer on through this shit.
Oh, you poor baby.
Thank you.
Boo, 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 boo.
Need something for it?
Where's that resource generation coming from then, Lash?
Unexpected.
Oh. It's bullshit.
Bullshit, Bennett.
I can take common, turn it special.
Oh my god. Right, okay, I'm back in the dungeon. Here we fucking go.
Okay, I'll be right there in 1 minute.
Well, that worked. On 3 basic bitch enemies.
Father bless.
I think I need to
What are the
upgrade.
buttons again?
What was that? That was 25 out of 30. Well, halfway between. Okay, I'm going to try something else because it was not going to imprint as high as I thought it was.
Father bless. What do you need?
Oh, I fucked it up already. My bad. Lesson learned.
Okay, so what went wrong?
I did not upgrade the item that I took the aspect off of. I don't know if that made a difference or not.
Oh, right, okay. Okay.
But when I put it on...
I don't know enough to like...
Yeah, I know. This is super confusing to me.
Oh, the rare one.
I've got slightly less critical strike damage, and I don't think that's going to matter.
These fucking... I'm like 90% sure there should be arrow storms appearing fucking everywhere right now.
Oh my god. My character has such a boner right now because of these items he's about to put on.
Yeah, this has officially made my character bad enough to actually have trouble with these dungeons, where even on my shittier build last time, it didn't have trouble with the dungeons. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna end up done with this dungeon by the time you're finished.
You shut your mouth. Oh, my nose itches. Shut your mouth before I fuck it.
You save that for your wife.
No.
Only you. Only you.
Nobody knows how to please a man like another man.
Spoken like a sycophant.
I don't know what that means, but thank you.
Provocative. Wow, now my build's like amazing and everything's just falling dead around me.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what it was.
That's my beautiful screaming voice. Ah! I don't like that it sounds like that. I know that's not what he says, but I can't tell what he says. But when it goes, oh, wah, wah, that's close enough to me.
That's what all the white supremacists I know sound like.
Oh, wah, wah. Yeah, same amount of syllables. That's enough. Ooh, there's a treasure chest over here. Ooh, nice. I got 0.3% gold back from all my upgrading I just did. Not even. Oh, ow.
Oh no, I accidentally pressed.
I heard they're adding fishing.
Ancestral sword, what have we got? Oh, okay. Oh yes, please, Reg. I don't know if I'm just absolute dog shit at playing this build, or whether it's because of the terrible stats I have. Could be either.
Yeah, probably both.
Thank you for the like.
You gotta tell Simon to keep pushing on Sally.
I'm gonna start pushing on Solly. Pushing up on Solly, that is. Ooh. Macaroni with the chicken strips.
We came here to purge this evil.
My phone is so aggressive with its beeps.
Yeah, yeah. Can't you just be like a normal person and keep it on silent?
No, because then I really can't respond. I'll feel it, because I have no feeling.
Alright, Ivan Drago. Well, I've got the ultimate damage, I think, thank you. But I need the rapid fire damage, which means more critical hit stuff, I guess.
You got a boss in here somewhere?
I don't think so. It's just a little bit.
How far is Reggie on Harry Potter?
She's at like level 50 now. I think she's pretty far of the way through it. She's been absolutely hammering that game.
Dang.
I was like, oh, you can also use Witcher for my account if you want. She went, no, I should not play any more games.
Oh yeah, Witcher's fun.
Yeah, Witcher's great. Well, you didn't finish it. What do you know?
It's still fun.
Yeah, no, it is.
Yeah, you don't have to. It was beautiful. I haven't even played it on the
yeah.
PlayStation 5 yet. Its graphics are upgraded.
That's a great point. They're selling it for a tenner on Steam at the moment. The Steam summer sale's on.
What's Steam? It sounds pretty lame.
The fact you don't know what Steam is what's lame. And Steam is amazing.
Of course I know what Steam is, dork.
You never know with you, Lobo. It's like, you know, what is contraception? I have 11 children.
I got
by
it on my
choice.
kid's
Put 'em down the
computer.
Yeah. But the summer sale's on at the moment, and the prices are fucking... You know, I forgot how much PlayStation Network rips you the fuck off.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking... God damn it. I've forgotten that my Ultimate's on R2. I'm going to change that, because I keep hitting it by accident. I can't keep just dropping the ultimate every time I accidentally hit the RT button. There we go.
It is so convenient mapping my buttons on this for my screams or shouts onto this Pro controller.
Why is that?
Because it's just easy.
Can you have more
skills?
skills?
No, I just map them to the bottom buttons, and I don't really have to remember my pattern for hitting the buttons on top because everything's like together.
You just have to memorize the pattern on the back.
Yeah, there's no pattern on the back. I just know shout. I have to hit triangle when I go into the fight, and then I hit the 2 back paddle buttons, and I'm good to go. Just like that, boom, boom, boom. While before I did that, you'd hear, raw, go, 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 go.
Rasputin.
Have you seen Rasputin's penis? Uh-oh.
Have I seen what? Oh, right, it is penis. Yeah, okay.
It is in oh shit. Oh, I gotta go AFK.
Okay, bud. See you in a bit.
No, just for a second. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back.
Hello.
Then my wife was like, hey, can you help me with this really quick? I said, no, I'm in a dungeon with Griff. You're gonna have to wait, woman.
I don't even love you anymore. I'm moving on.
No, I told her, I said, we're almost done. And I looked around, I said, bitch, you're gonna have to wait.
Well, that's, you know, bravery in the face of all odds, like. So I'm watching Jack Ryan.
Yeah. Oh no. We were talking about Rasputin's penis. Have you seen it?
Oh god damn it. No, I haven't seen Rasputin's penis. I've heard about it.
I've only seen
it's
pictures
glorious.
of it online. How sick were they? Where they were just like, yeah, he's got a big dick, let's cut it off and put it in formaldehyde and put it in a museum.
Yeah, that's a weird one.
Yeah. I thought
don't know
it
what
was
to
really
really
weird.
say about that.
From all the books I've read about him, there's so much conflicting information about him. Like, they talk about him being in all these orgies, but he was nasty and stinky and...
Yeah, but he was also part of the, you know, the theocracy or whatever, the aristocracy, I should say. So, I mean, even if he was stinky, people weren't going to tell him. Like, just he'd ruin the orgy. Okay, so my ultimate, funnily enough, is actually fine. But I don't have the thing to drop that down.
Oh, what were you going to say about Jack Ryan? I haven't watched it.
So Jack Ryan I have a love-hate relationship with because I like the actor.
Is it the guy that played Jim in The Office?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think. I don't know, there's like a couple of people that look like him, you know?
I can't think of his real name right now. Did he play Reed Richards in Doctor
Yeah.
Strange.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Jim from The Office.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. He's got a bit like sometimes I don't know. He's aged like 20 years in what seems like 5 years. But he's good in this. He does a good job. And this last season so far has been quite good. But it is a series that's quite boring in a lot of ways at points. Like, it's really drawn out for the sake of it. Like, every episode is actually 60 minutes long. That's not even 60 minutes with adverts. That's 60 minutes. And you're just kind of like...
I heard that other show is good too that sounds similar. I'm not sure. Reacher?
Oh, Reacher's much better. Reacher's a really good series.
Oh, okay.
I highly recommend Reacher. I'm hoping that they make another season, yeah. It's funny, it's good. I think they picked a great actor for it. The guy who played Thad Castle from Blue Mountain State. Fantastic. Very happy with that. Very happy with Reacher. The other one is Terminal List with Chris Pratt. That's excellent.
Oh, I never
More
heard of that one.
action-orientated. That's on Amazon Prime as well, but that's another excellent series. It's more action-orientated than Reacher is. Reacher's more tongue-in-cheek, and Terminal List is more, I'm a very angry military man with military friends who ain't taking this. But it's fucking great. I loved it.
My wife started watching one with, I think it's a British guy. And he might be an alcoholic.
Wow. That sounds about right for...
I think he's missing a leg. But he's a detective.
Oh, no idea. I have no idea.
I don't know what he is. He does something though, you know. It's gotta be
He does
something.
something?
Yeah. I don't watch it with her.
I am afraid I do not know what you're talking about.
Solve murders.
Salt and burgers?
Solve murders.
Oh, okay, okay.
Salt and burgers.
Yeah, I know. I was like, holy shit, the Americans really coming out. You just stop the conversation to say, salt and burgers!
We made something the other day called a chopped cheese. Oh my god. So good.
The fuck is chopped cheese?
It's like a hamburger, but you have the hamburger cooking first. And as it's cooking, you add diced onions to it. And toward the end, you layer cheese on it and then chop it all up into this gooey mix. And then you pretty much build it like a hamburger. You put lettuce, tomato, mayonnaise, and you put this gooey hamburger mix that's just cheese and onions. And it's so good.
No, it doesn't sound bad at all. What do we... Oh, we gotta destroy the full idols.
It takes all the work out of chewing your food.
I'm all about that, mate. I'm all about that. We're getting older. We need to consider our... Not my pension plan, Reggie! Eating soft food, so it doesn't damage my, my old belly. Oh, shit!
You know, I found that just going to the dentist regularly will help save your teeth a lot.
Yeah, what's your point?
My, when I was still younger, in my early 20s probably, it had been years since I went to the dentist and my teeth were
Revive me.
Oh. You die.
Yeah, I was telling Reggie that it was not my pension plan. Who's to say? Maybe it is a pension plan day. Speaking of which, I should probably make a dentist appointment.
Mine just likes milking money out of me. They're like,
Is that what they call it nowadays, is it?
Oh yeah, mine does. Instead of like normal, oh shit. Instead of like normal visits, like I think it's once every 6 months they try to. They're like, "Oh, you're high risk. You need to come in like double the times as a normal person." And I'm just like, okay. Until my dental insurance stopped covering like part of it, and they're like, "Oh, you're gonna have to pay for this one." And I was like, Every other
I'm
time,
not going in.
every other time they take X-rays, and every time they go, "Oh, your teeth are looking good. They're doing this." It's like, hey, when can we stop these multiple visits?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, dude, and then they always overcharge me, and then I've been in there before where they've gone, "Oh, you've got $200 credit." It's like,
The fuck do you mean I've got $200 credit? This
bullshit.
in a goddamn casino?
Yeah, you
This
take
is
too
a
much
dentist.
money. You take too much
I don't
money.
need fucking
You
credit.
send me this money. You don't hold on to it in reserve.
That's wild as shit.
Yeah. I've had them say that there was like multiple hundreds in there before, and it's like, wait, what? One time I went in and they said that I had to speak to some, like, I don't know, financial guy, and I went in there and this dude straight up treated me like shit and said I haven't made my payments or whatever, like I was short on a payment. And we've never been like that. We've always paid.
Yeah.
And like I'm somebody that is very tolerable, and I'll sit there and I almost walked out on it. It was so bad.
Yeah.
And then I called my wife while he's on the phone. I mean, this guy was snippy too. And she was like, I sent it in the mail, whatever. And it turns out they hadn't checked the actual mail. They're used to getting everything electronically. And it had been sitting in their mailbox for like a week and a half. And they didn't even do anything with it.
So did you get a heartfelt apology?
Probably. I don't even remember. I was raging.
Yeah, I don't fucking
For
blame
me.
you. Yeah, if you're gonna claim someone hasn't paid you and kick off, but furthermore act like a cunt about it, you better come correct. Like, don't just walk in there without checking your fucking mailbox, of all things.
Yeah. Really scared I'm gonna destroy something. Okay, oh, I gotta go help my wife. I'll be right back.
Yeah, right, I need to piss anyway. I'll see you in a bit. Get off me, fly. You don't know me. Oh my fucking god. that means, mate. I'm already out of fucking money, am I? Eat a fucking bag of dicks. I will tell Reggie on you. I don't give a fuck. Reggie? Joey Joe? Oh, what's that? Yeah. I don't know what he's doing. I do need a wee, though. Alright, okay. No, it only takes a minute.
All right, I'm back.
Few more million gold and I can afford to switch to Hota.
Oh, nice. Good job.
Oh, yeah. Give us the help after everything you've done today. Thanks, Rich.
Sell all those items. Oh, is this my good sword I just made? No.
It's about 18 meters to switch builds Fi.
I said meters. Oh man, that's a lot. Oh shit. 20 to 30. Wait, do I want berserk ripping or just ripping? Oh, I want berserk ripping. Oh yeah, that's not good.
What are you echoing off of?
I'm echoing off of Griff's TV.
Hello.
Hello.
Are you not on my TV?
Oh, I heard myself. I can hear myself.
It might have been
bumping.
coming. Yeah. The volume's gone up really high on my headphones for some reason.
Wow.
Whew. Okay, so I am still a piece of shit, but I should be less a piece of shit than I was in that dungeon, but it's not going to help me. Okay. Oh, actually. It is not going to help me.
I'm trying to be very careful what I destroy here because I don't want to mess anything up. Okay. Alright, I'm ready for the next thing when you are.
Okay, yeah, do you want to do some nightmares just to help me find some not so shit gear?
Sure.
Don't put them particularly high. 3 levels higher than yourself is more than enough. It's...
Yeah, that's what I usually do.
Okay, I'm going to get bad either way then. Right, so... Let's groove.
Okay. Let's see. What am I, 85? Oh, I'm 86 now. Shit. So I think that would be a 33. No, 35 maybe? Let's see. 7, 88, 89. So 89 minus 54.
They couldn't have just fucking said level 51s or level 73s or level 80 whatevers, could they?
No.
So fucking stupid.
Yeah, I know. They'll never figure out the math on these. They'll always be wondering how do they do this?
The mysteries of the arcane.
You want work done? Let's get started.
Fucking God.
Okay.
Right, okay. I'm ready.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
All to save you
Where's that
from the
from?
title tire
Is that-
154.
No.
Oh no.
I thought it was Dexter's laboratory then for a second.
Chaos Dragon said all to save you from the title tier 154. For him to respec, it's going to cost him 18 million.
Oh, that is so gross. It shouldn't even cost to respec. Such bullshit.
Yeah, or maybe half the amount. I don't know. It's pretty expensive.
No, to be honest, I just don't think people being creative with their characters and trying new things should cost them money.
It's free on Division, isn't it? If I remember right. You can just
Yeah.
respec. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike, I think Dragon was saying yesterday he thinks there should be an armory-like system where he can have pre-made builds, which I think you can also do on Division.
Division, yeah, you can.
Yeah, I agree. Should be able to put your weapons away and switch builds on the fly.
Yeah.
My stat stick cost me 22 million as well. Fun times.
Said his stat stick cost him 22 million as well.
His what?
Stat stick?
His stat stick.
I think he's talking about his penis.
So do I. What's a stat stick?
It's probably misspelled. Or
Oh.
something. I'm trying to think what it would be. Oh. I mean, oh no, I got you.
Oh, don't worry about it.
What do you mean by stat stick, Chaos? Oh, that hurt. That really messed me up.
My one-hander that only contributes the affixes and not DPS is a stat.
Oh, I got you. His one-hander that only attributes affixes. So, like all of our weapons, we as warriors we might use one weapon, but we use the stats off of them, so it's a stat stick. It's like a weapon that you don't use, but it pretty much sits on your body like a stick with stats on it.
Okay, well that actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. I just wasn't familiar with the terminology. I do pay attention to them, but I don't put a lot of thought into them.
I'm coming for you with my affix bludgeon.
I hate the items that are like, oh, you get to use this power when you switch weapons 6 times or 10 times. It's like, that is so exciting of a skill to be able to use once you switch weapons so many times.
Oh, yeah, I forgot I have a ship building. Okay.
I had Protector on it, so I had to get a rare just to put a new legendary aspect on it.
Oh, fuck it, I'm gonna revive. What?
No, don't revive. I'll come to you.
Why? I've revived.
Oh, well, we've only got so many. I had a protector on it, so I had to get a rare just to put a new legendary aspect on it. Yeah. What way are you going? Did we split up?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Right. having much luck here, buddy.
I'll come join in a minute so it's easier to chat.
Oh, okay. Chaos Dragon's gonna join us in a few.
Good.
So it's easier to chat.
Yeah, that is easier.
And it sounds like he needs money.
We all need money.
Let me tell you the meaning of life, Sonny. Money, 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 money.
Strong political agenda there.
Hey.
Oh, but an unknown mechanism.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This seems like a hard area. Ooh.
Yeah, my ultimate does do a fair bit against the groups. It's just, as soon as I don't have the ultimate going, I'm fucked. And I need my rapid fire to do more damage, but it only does it with the imbued skills, and my cooldown isn't enough to keep them going one to the other. Not ideal.
Man, this stuff hits hard. I've about died a couple times.
I keep forgetting I need to make him vulnerable somehow. Why can't I invite Chaos Dragon? Oh, he's not on yet. Nope, the fire on the floor got me. Who knew?
Oh, that fire
Cheers.
is wicked.
Yep.
Dude, I don't doubt it for a second because I am getting battered. So I can't imagine, you know, you're a couple levels lower. It's gotta be horrible.
Yeah.
Intense.
Okay. Right, so once vulnerable rocks. What are we doing with Shadow Demon?
Dude, they cheated.
Mother told me not to go. But the cathedral refused to tell us anything about Father. What I found was much worse than this. The night skeleton are either dead or roaming the halls of monstrosities. I watched them for days until I found what looked like my father's room. I approached and believed it was going to come home. The creature that had been my father attacked me, and I stabbed him to escape. I couldn't see anything but the father and the monster eyes. Only pain and rage. Father was dead.
Okay. Oh, fucking suicide bombers. Oh, I'm so sick of this game. You look away for 2 seconds to grab a drink you can, and then it's fucking suicide bombers everywhere.
I'm going.
Thanks, babes. Give me a moment. I'm going to watch this video again to see how much I'm missing. There you go.
I went with critical strikes with core skills increase your attack speed by 25% for 5 seconds. This is a really nice aspect since we use rapid fire all the time, which is a core skill. So
wow, he talks fast.
Consistently be buffed. And then the other aspect that I run here is the one that increases the human skill effects, so they have increased potency against vulnerable enemies. And since we will be making our enemies vulnerable all the time, this is a nice bonus. Then for your melee weapons, you definitely want to go ahead and use swords instead of daggers. The thing is that swords have that critical strike damage with a bonus, which is obviously much more. Unlike daggers that have that close range damage bonus thing. Yeah, I love that. Regarding the stats, I do want to reinforce are then things like vulnerable damage. Again, this is one of the most important stats in the game. So vulnerable damage, get it on both of your swords essentially, and then things like critical strike damage, skills, critical strike damage to distant enemies, ultimate skill damage is even pretty decent. Just everything that is offensive that boosts damage. For the aspects, I went with Edge Masters on one sword. Basically, skills deal an extra % of damage based on the amount of energy that we have. And then for the other sword, I went with Arrow Storm. The reason why I went with Arrow Storm is because we have so many different instances of where we can proc this effect essentially. Think of Rain of Arrows, where you like shoot off 50 arrows at once and it's 2 waves. And then Rapid Fire, that we just spam it. So we're consistently shooting off arrows at our enemies. And every single one of those arrows has a chance to proc this thing. And you can have up to 5 active arrows. And we will proc it all the time with this setup. So essentially just a nice boost for damage. And for helmet, you definitely want to prioritize the reduction on this thing. And generally speaking, just utility based stats. Cooldown reduction in particular is extremely good for this build on this build. Cooldown reduction, you want to get things like enemies, as you know, in 2 seconds. So it is overall just a really nice aspect for this build. Chest, it's really easy. Always prioritize defensive stats here. Don't go for offensive stats. Defensive stats like total armor, damage reduction, and maximum armor really good for chest. And for the aspect, I went with this is essentially marksman skills. It's a shroud, it's shroud for body, and damage essentially. You can get 5 of them at once. So if you get 5 of them, which is again relatively easy to get with this build, you get a bunch of extra damage reduction. Very close, you want to prioritize stats like critical strike chance, attack speed, but most importantly, 4 ranks to rapid fire. This is one of the most important stats that you can roll on any gear piece for this build. 4 ranks to rapid fire is going to be huge, so make sure to get that. And then for the aspect, I went with Blast Trap. Blast Trap is absolutely amazing for this build because it gives us an additional way to apply vulnerability on our enemies, in this case through Poison Trap, and we already have various ways to apply vulnerability through say things like Exploit or Eclipse, but Exploit only makes vulnerability applying on our enemies for 3 seconds, which can be a bit on the short side for boss fights, for example. So this aspect then really helps out with that, because it gives us another flying normally pretty consistently. So it's a really good aspect for this build. For your pens, you again, just like with the chest, want to prioritize defensive stats over offensive stats. So get things like damage reduction, total armor, maximum survivability. And with things like Rain of Arrows in our kit hitting a million things pretty much instantly, we can get 100 stacks with Rain of Arrows as modified by the Order of Hagan. And Penitent Priest gives us another way to apply chill and facilitates a means for us to increase our damage output even more, because it amplifies our dead cases if you damage these enemies. Normal damage is much better. Make sure you keep this as high as possible because it will be one of the most important stats for your crossbow. And regarding the stats that can override, you want to definitely prioritize things like normal damage, strike damage.
I'm down, by the way, mate.
Skills,
Yeah, I almost went down.
I think the aspect of rapid fire here to benefit from that extra bonus. The aspect is called the repeating aspect, and with the bonus we can get up to 90% chance to make our arrows ricochet. This aspect is also mandatory for this build. I would say it makes rapid fire go from a single target ability to a single target ability with a much needed AoE component, and it just helps out so much with clearing when Rain of Arrows is off cooldown. It is not an aspect from a Codex of Power, however, so you actually need to have some good RNG and get it from random loot in the world, extract it, and then put it on your weapon. I've gotten the aspect a few times so far. For all you can do is make sure to keep your eye on it with skills for jewelry for extra power. Okay, next up, this week we get Rain and we get rapid fire. Like I already said in the video, improved rapid fire is extremely important. Makes rapid fire a completely self-sustaining ability without us having to worry about energy pretty much, and yeah, it is really good. Then you want to get 1 point in. So all in all, the general and farming strategy for my machine gun Rainbow Rogue is pretty straightforward. You use Rain of Arrows with very big packs with elites, bunch of mobs, you know exactly what I mean. You really just want to get as many enemies as possible in one area to nuke everything out of existence with this beautiful ability. And as you saw, it has a really big radius and reach, so you can literally just fill up your entire squad with forces that will do the job. You also really want to use Rainbow Rogues on cooldown to make it possible to fire. When it's on cooldown, you can fire the force potentially give it on cooldown, and you prioritize these two abilities depending as possible in one general and farming strategy for the machine.
Oh yeah, we'll have to switch chat.
Yeah, right, I'll do it now.
There we go.
There,
I got it.
I'm learning so much about the rogue. Just listening.
Yeah, play this video. I gotta change this audio down. It's so loud.
I don't hear it now. It's just strange. Yeah, I got all the way to 100. I'm like, yay, awesome, I can switch now. And I'm like, oh crap, I'm broke. I won't join the dungeon so it doesn't go crazy. Let's see, can I do? Unless, of course, it actually does just raise your dungeon rank, regardless of whether I made it or not.
There, that should be better. Yeah, he either turned off his mic or he's not fully joined.
It's all good. If your dungeon becomes harder or too hard, I'll drop out and listen to the stream. I figure this is easier than trying to communicate what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get the completion rewards, so regardless of whether I'm in the dungeon or not, it's still counting. So, hey, that was a perfect Ghost Walkers. Fantastic. I spent an hour and a half last night just getting rid of everything in my stash I don't need for this build.
Really?
Yeah, so I kept 2 copies of every aspect so that if I find an upgrade I can switch it. And then I have another chest that's just for other things that I want to do. And then I have one last chest that's just for base rares that I can add stuff to. So you have to really be careful with your management, because I can't move one specific piece around. I actually have to just go in order. Unless there is a way to do that from your stash I'm not familiar with on Xbox. So, but I don't think you can pick a piece up specifically and put it in different slots. It's just wherever it lands is where it goes. There he is.
Ah, yeah. There you go. It's like, man, it got so quiet and peaceful. What happened?
Oh, you can stay that way if you want, Mush.
What?
God damn it, this is an absolute pile of shit. Right, Marcus junk, Marcus junk, Marcus junk, Marcus junk.
Oh my god, what'd you send me? Real by Clinton Wayne. Is everything okay, Marcy? Okay. What are you trying to do, Griff?
What do you mean?
Are you trying to build something? Or?
Kill myself. Oh, yeah. I just need new parts, mate. It's just simple as that. I need a bunch of stuff with a bunch of critical hit chance and critical hit damage on there for a tasty rogue. And it's not going fantastically.
It will. It will go fantastically. Fantastically.
Yeah.
That's part of my regional accent coming out.
Incredible work, Lobo.
My wife has a really Chicago type accent, even though she's never lived in Chicago.
I'm just imagining here with like the 1950s gangster. Listen here, see?
Yeah.
Lobo, you better help me with the bins.
It sounds very Wisconsin slash Minnesota, almost Minnesota.
Chicago.
That's more like what it is. Like she sounds very similar to how Bill Murray talks.
Wow. Wasn't how I imagined it at all.
Oh, you don't really recognize he has an accent until you really listen to it, and you can hear the Chicago accent.
I don't know your wife, but I don't want to put your wife and Bill Murray in the same category in my head. I just don't.
She's not as
His
funny.
wife is Bill Murray.
She's not as funny as he is. She's not as old either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see about that.
Oh, I can tell your cans are catching up to you.
Well, I've only had 2. I'm ordering stuff on delivery.
Oh, you slowed way down. You're like,
Yeah.
we'll see about that. I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah, we'll see about it.
Uh-oh.
Dad's drunk again.
Okay. I have to go AFK. I'll be right back. I do. BRB.
Alright, Bibbs.
I'm just trying to clear dungeons. Because I don't want to start one.
Hogwarts turn. Yeah, what dungeons are you on about? Oh, you're 100! Congratulations!
Thank you. I'm just in a random dungeon. Because I don't want to start a nightmare dungeon. Because then you guys will have to join. I'm literally just looking for gold, so I don't care what dungeons I do at this point.
I also need gold. Oh, I didn't sell any of my stuff.
But if it comes to a point where the dungeons are too difficult because there's 3 in the party instead of 2, I'll just jump in and clear stuff. But I'm hoping that because I'm not in the dungeon, it doesn't actually raise the difficulty level for you.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, this build I'm on is currently so awful that it doesn't really matter.
You're just missing enough pieces, or?
Yeah, I'm just missing a couple of the affixes. I say a couple. A majority of the affixes, like, I'm too reliant on vulnerable damage, and it should be more critical hit chance and critical hit damage.
Do you have at least all the affixes you need?
Not necessarily.
Aspects,
yeah. Not necessarily all of them. I need the unique shoes that leave a frost trail, because that goes towards crowd control damage. The ones you use, yeah, I need a pair of them, and I need, what was it? And maybe 2 aspects. 3 aspects, possibly. Don't want anything else from you. But yeah, it's not great, but I just get bored. I only have fun in this game when I'm trying new stuff. So as much as I whine, this is where I actually enjoy it.
Everyone has their own opinion of what's fun. It's what it is.
Yeah, well, in my opinion, it's trying the new. You got to get all powerful, you know.
Oh, for sure, absolutely.
Right, okay.
I mean, as far as I've been made aware, Rogue is the most balanced class in the game, so you get there.
Yeah.
If they nerf Barbarian again, I will rage. Although I think they will nerf the interaction between Anhoda with the earthquakes, but maybe I'll clear what I want before that happens.
Can I have one as well, please, actually? Sorry, say that again, mate.
Oh, no, you're fine. It's just... They're gonna nerf Barb again at some point. I just want to clear what I want before they nerf Hoda into the ground with everything else, because...
Yeah.
The earthquake thing is hard to tell if it's actually a bug or if it's an intended interaction, but who knows.
Yes, please.
60 million earthquakes isn't a horrible thing. It doesn't happen very often, and it happens only on the outer fringe of what you're doing.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, when it comes to that kind of thing, I would do the same. I'd probably want to get it before they nerf it.
Yeah. Then they'll nerf Shred Druid because it does over 1 billion damage as of yesterday.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck off.
1.6, 1.7 billion? If you do it correctly. Yeah, Rob has a video out about it. Rob has a video out about it, which is why it'll get nerfed.
Yeah, guaranteed.
Every time something gets nerfed, it's because, oh, Rob found a new glitch. Here we go. That's why Barbarian got nerfed 15 times in 2 days.
That was kind of dark, because everyone I spoke to said it was really slow and they weren't having fun.
No, it's incredibly fast. As long as you follow his build, or builds similarly. Synergy is incredibly important, so like, if you deviate too far, it just feels like it falls apart in anything you build.
Yeah.
Yeah, these things cap out at 95 and I'm at 100, so these are just like, okay. Delete. Delete. I think there's some more stuff over here.
Oh, have you already murdered everything here, have you?
Yeah, I've cleared this dungeon. It's already finished it, but I'm just trying to find all the remaining bodies.
Yeah, fair enough.
Cultists are one of the few that have a slightly higher drop chance for helmets, and there aren't any unique helmets in my class. So if a unique helmet drops, it is always going to be Shaco or Andariel's.
Well, that's nice.
Which is why they had to revert everything last week, because they increased the drop or the pool for chests, and as long as you opened a helm chest in the Helltide and it rolled
unique,
uber unique or whatever it was always a Shaco because there was nothing else. Whereas right now, like if you roll a two-handed sword, you 99% of the time are going to get a crimson sword and not a grandfather. They don't have anything like that. It's the same thing with Necro. They don't have a two-handed sword, so if you drop a two-handed sword, it is always going to be grandfather.
It's not bad, but it's not. It's kind of disappointing when you think about the whole thing of RBG, like RNG.
Yeah, I have to play a class that I'm not intending to get the weapon just to get the weapon. It's like, why?
Kind of strikes me as a tad bit lazy on their part.
It just doesn't make sense. I mean, I guess it does, because why would you be looking for this weapon as another class that doesn't have any way to utilize it? But it shouldn't be in their drop pool. If they can't use it, take it out of their drop pool and put it in mine. And leave it in mine.
To be honest, I think they shot themselves in the foot when they made aspect and uniques class specific.
How else would they utilize them if they weren't specific to a class?
The same way they've utilized it in a majority of other ones. Don't get me wrong, you can get a wand or whatnot that other classes can't use, but when it came to uniques, I just think you limit yourself in a game. Well, you limit the players, and that makes it easier for them. But it makes, I think, it makes the ceiling. Hello, I think it makes the ceiling too low for what we want to do. Like, you could get the whale in Diablo 1, and it could roll with any stats, and you'd be chuffed that you got the whale, but you'd probably realize that it was kind of shit, like 90% of the time. But it would be RNG, so there was a chance that that shit would roll with absolute tosh stats or really fucking good stats. And I just think, in regard to uniques and the stats that they've got in the game at the moment, they are so class specific. It should just be your, for instance, rather than Fury or whatever the rogues have, I don't know, purple, it should just be primary resource. As simple as that. And then when it comes to these shadow imbuement or whatever imbuements, I mean, it's just a way to water down all the stats so that they can essentially give us shitter equipment more often.
Well, yeah, I mean, having different types of main resource just artificially multiplies the amount of gear they get, because you can't just get primary resource. You have to get Fury, or you have to get this. It doesn't really... It's just an artificial way to add more variety to the game without adding more gear to the game.
Yeah, and I just it gets to this point where I'm kind of thinking that a majority of this game has now been created to artificially extend the life of the first period of it, and we'll see what happens after the first. I don't know. I think they believe they learned from everything from the seasons from Diablo 3, and since doing that, now they've kind of incorporated what they believe will increase the longevity of the game over the period that they intend to have it for. And it's not necessarily as fun, and you don't feel like you're as powerful, and it kind of takes away from that part of the game for me.
As long as they keep power creep in check, I think they'll be okay. The main gripe I had with D3 was that once you did billions of damage and couldn't find a way to control it, it was just game over at that point. The only way to grow from there is to add more billions of damage.
And granted, but if you want to, the problem is that there's only so long you can play a game like this with one character before it either ends up that way, or you get bored of playing the game. You know, like that's the only way is to extend the power creep, unless the alternative is that they spend the time to make it less about creeping up in damage and more about completely alternative playstyles. But the problem is that you essentially, at the moment, for each character, have two playstyles, which is close and long. You know, it just doesn't really play out any different way in Diablo, and it never has.
Well, sure, they have a huge, or I wouldn't say huge, they have a skill tree that offers lots of different variety, but right now, most of them will not clear endgame content. So, or top-tier content. They'll clear all endgame content, but not top-tier content. So they need to buff or rework some of the skills.
So here's my thing, right? You're right about them needing to rework the skills, but for me, right, they are trying to lean towards a more multiplayer, massive multiplayer style game, but it's an action RPG, right? So they've lowered how fast you can get anywhere. They've lowered the kind of damage you do, the power creep, and how fast you can get the levels. So we've got all the negatives of playing an MMORPG, except we don't have the community. And then the other thing is that each character has to essentially be self-sufficient, so they can still claim it's an action RPG that can be played single player. So we don't have classes that do anything else. It's all about damage. And when it's all about damage, we go back to the same thing. If as much as you say, yeah, we have loads of different skills that can change up how you play, we're back to the thing of you either play close or long. Yeah, you can stick thorns on your character by all means, and yeah, you know, you can choose whether you want to go fire, thunder, or poison. But these are all things that you still essentially add on to being short range or long range. There's no healer. I guess the barbarian is the exception because he buffs. He can buff the team. But for me, it's just they've kind of grade each character class to just kind of fit into the current game, you know. But if you're going to lean towards the long style play of a massive multiplayer online game, then we need things that are going to encourage us to try new stuff. I don't think they've necessarily done that.
So you want a strictly defensive class, essentially, or something that doesn't need to always be killing things to be useful.
Yeah, well, don't get me wrong. Actually, what I want is that we return to a more. We take this world and we go back to the thing of having characters that can.
Form a team, like a cohesive team, instead of just.
Well, if you're going to go the MMORPG route, where we have lots of benefits for being in a team, and we want to create a community, and we want to play this game over a long period of time, the way it currently is, they're going to have to lean towards that, because every character does the same thing right now. We all aim to essentially do AoE damage over a large space and do high damage while we're at it. And then everyone goes, right, well, here are the stats we need. And then, that changes if you're trying to do Lilith because you're doing one boss and you aim for stagger or you aim to do something to survive that. But when every character is essentially aiming for the same thing, large AoE damage, high damage, and fast movement to push the same objective every time, there's no point in it. But if you have a character like a barbarian that you go, oh, actually, I can make the other 3 people on my team run faster, do more damage, to a point that it is no longer effective to have 4 people fighting, and it's more effective time-wise, XP-wise, and energy-wise to have a barbarian who does nothing but buff shouts, then maybe we could talk about there being some kind of true longevity that isn't essentially fear of missing out.
Grandfather was.
Yeah, I'm sure there is a 0 bar or a Z bar build in this game, like there was in other ones, but I haven't seen people talk about it. It's still early. Z bar is a thing. So.
Well, you say that, but in order to actually activate any of the skills, I guess you've got to go through some of the basic attacks, and a barbarian is fury based, so you've got to do some damage, which I don't know.
You
think
don't have to do damage. You have to hit things. There's a difference. You just have to hit things. So I can hit things and do 1 damage, and then do my shouts. I don't actually have to.
Granted.
To do things. But again, it's not a very popular thing right now, so I don't know how viable it truly is.
Yeah, I mean, I just can't really see it being that viable, as well as I just don't think... I don't know, I feel like when they make a city like this and they have it built up this way, it kind of leans towards there being more want of a community, and I don't really feel a community spirit in Diablo 4. I didn't really feel it in the other ones, especially because it was an offline game, you played it by yourself, but, ran things by yourself so you could get the maximum, unless you were trying to get the XP bonuses, and it was people you knew from other games. I didn't really meet anyone in Diablo 3. I just played with people I already knew, a majority of the time.
Yeah, they are sorely lacking a social aspect.
Oh, yeah.
Having a social tab is kind of useless.
Yeah. So another example of what I'm saying is when you go to a major boss fight, what happens, right? When you go to the world boss, everyone stands there. You maybe get 1 or 2 people to go, hello, no, and shit like that. But nobody says fuck all. They just wait there the entire time. They kill the boss and everyone fucks off. And the thing is now, it's gotten to the point on tier 4 where 6 or 7 times out of 10, somebody just wastes the world boss in 0.5 seconds, and then it's over, and everyone pisses off. I feel like Diablo 4 is a halfway.
I must wait.
What the hell's that? Halfway point between an action RPG and an MMO, and I almost feel like it's got the worst of both worlds, and the only reason I love it is because it's Diablo.
Yeah, the world bosses do need a buff, and it would be kind of interesting to have what I'll call a world boss chat. While if you're in this area, all of your microphones are available to talk to anybody else that's within, I don't know, a few meters of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been pretty cool. Yeah.
Clans are pretty useless too, because I mean we're there, but
well, what do? All you do is run stuff together. Like they need more clan versus clan or clan group activities. Like,
clan
not even though. Like that's what I liked about Division. Like if you could put a radio call up for help, right? And it was like one of your clan members needs help, and you could just drop in on that game and help them. or anybody could, you know.
I mean, they sold us a base. They sold us a framework of a game. Like, is it fun enough for them to get you to stick around long enough for them to build off of the framework that they've laid out? That's essentially what we've bought. So,
yeah.
I will also say, all of this is only since getting to tier 4. I enjoyed the story. I enjoyed playing through it in cooperative. I enjoyed that. That was great. And I think it was worth my money for that alone. You know, not necessarily 70 quid, but I happily paid the full game price for it. So, you know, take my moaning with a pinch of salt. I think as a standard game, it was great. But once you get to this end game, having to run around this town, this silent fucking town that I have no interest in talking anyone to, or there's nothing that really changes. And repeating the same thing where I go, right, now I've got to run all the way down here to the blacksmith. Right, now I've got to run all the way down here to the aspect lady. I've got to run all the way up here to spend my obols, and then I run back to my stash. I put in my stash what I want to keep, blah, blah, blah. And then I go and I teleport somewhere else and then continue on to it.
Refill your bag, check everything, go out, refill your bag.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm essentially sitting here waiting for the new season to start, and what the new season will mean is I then have to start a new character to run, which will not have to run through the storyline, but will immediately be able to run through the various parts that level me up and doing dungeons and nightmare dungeons and all that kind of thing. But also gain renown by exploring the map, so I'll have to explore the map again, get every waypoint, grab as many things as I can in order, and quests that I can do in order to raise the renown to the first 3 levels, or 4 levels out of 5, in order to get the things. Once I've done that, I have the skill points and the character most likely at probably level 50, and then I'm going through the same thing. Let's, you know, my hope is that they chuck on a buff. So let's say they have. I've got a buff that brings the XP up to a point. I'm then essentially going to be, you know, I don't know what they're going to do with the unique things. I kind of miss playing around with set pieces, and I kind of miss doing that. But I miss it because of power creep. Let's be honest, I know you said that, you know, avoiding power creep, but I wanted to be overpowered. You know, I wanted to do content that was more and more overpowered with higher and higher things. I was really proud of saying that I got to Torment 15. And now it's just kind of, we don't have Torment 15, we have Torment, you know, tier 4, but then you have nightmare dungeons that go up to 110. You know, it's just, it's the same thing under a different name, and so you have to get overpowered to get to it, you know?
Right, but you don't need power creep to achieve that. That's the fun part.
No, they've just raised the level up to 100, and then you keep getting, you can say it's not power creep, but the people are doing millions to billions of damage. It's the, you know, it's the same thing.
Okay, well,
it's just under different names.
It's not runaway power creep. Let's go with that. It's not runaway.
Well, okay. Well, let's talk about the fact that the gems, they're going to be adding on another 30 to 60 gems. In which case, we know that the difficulty levels and the bonuses they're adding that's what they're planning to do. They're going to increase it, which means any armor you have now is now completely obsolete. Which means you then have to get the armor again, when we have to repeat the process. And I know this is something you kind of do in RPGs. You know, they increase the level cap by 10. You know, fuck, I've got to get all my gear again. But generally, the 10 levels, combined with new story content or new map areas, means that by the time you've done that, you're at the new level and you've got the base gear of being at that level, you know? And I don't know whether they'll be adding on to level 100. I think it'll just be a case of saying, well, here's new difficulties or new tier nightmare dungeons, and then you just go out and get more gear. And it'll be gear that's level 100, but aiming at plus 110 enemies. And it's, I feel like that I don't know what other way that they'll be able to increase the longevity of the game.
Yeah, I mean, that's, yeah. The having to do renown and stuff like that is just a sign of, well, we haven't given you 3 months worth of new content, so we have to require you to replay some of your old content to fill in those weeks or days or whatever of content that that we failed to create for you.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, do you know what I would have appreciated? And I know it's probably controversial, but I prefer an Uber story campaign to what we've got.
What do you mean?
Start a new take your character, your already leveled up character, and go back to the campaign, but everything's at level 100 or level 70 and up, level 73 or whatever it ends at. And then it's the whole story campaign again, but with really nasty enemies.
So an ultra hard version of the campaign.
So I get to do all the fun bosses again, and I get to do them at an Uber level where there's really great targeted loot that will drop. You know, if I'm gonna fight, what's it called, Amaranth? What the fuck's his name? I can't remember his name. But basically every boss, Azura, yeah. I just kind of feel like, oh right, well now I can get a helmet based on him. You know, now I can get, you know, this guy's gloves or something that does a unique skill that boss does. Something interesting. I don't necessarily need. It's like the Diablo ring from number 3. It's not great. It's not even particularly good for any build, but it was cool. And you put it on, and for all of 25 minutes, when you shot fireballs out your ass, you thought that was cool. You know, before you realised that it lowered your build's DPS by, you know, however many million. But even that. Sorry, go on.
I'm not even sure it needs new loot. Like, if you just told me that I could replay the entirety of the campaign, which is, I don't know, it took us 40, 50 hours to complete or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was just cranked up to 11 for a lesser term. I would do that without any more reward just because that sounds like an awesome challenge.
Yeah. And the thing is, it took me, I thought of that while talking. And I just don't think it takes that much effort on the part of Blizzard to make something like that happen. And it would have been easily creatable content.
Throw it on the forum, I bet you get support.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it because it's your idea. But it needs to be good.
Hey, feel free, man. I'm just a raging snackaholic.
Seriously, yeah, it's that would be people are talking about infinite dungeons or whatever. Fine, that's creating an entirely new thing from scratch. But basically, redoing everything you've already done and just throwing a higher level difficulty on it, which basically all they'd have to do is throw a higher level difficulty on it and say everything out here in this mode starts at 100 and goes to 154 for bosses or whatever, so every boss is 154.
Yeah.
Okay, is that like that much programming? I don't know, but I don't think so.
I don't think so, personally. Maybe in regard to the models of some of the creatures and bosses changing, it might be a little bit of work, because I would expect, you know, if I go and fight one of the bosses and he's now level 125 or something, I would expect there to be some fucking purple outlines on him, you know, a little something. I'm not asking for much.
I mean, what they could do in the background is because Avenger as an affix, they make the avenging people bigger. All you do is throw that on the back end so they all look bigger, and you're done.
Yeah, that's not a bad shout, actually. Yeah, that's probably perfect for a cheap and easy way to get about it. But I don't think this game was entirely thought through for the right reasons. I think they thought it through in regard to longevity and not necessarily about the long-term fun player experience rather than the long-term player experience.
Oh, you know, you know what I like about Diablo 3 that's not in this is oh my god, I can't think of the name of it, but the creature that killed another player, and all of a sudden you heard these war drums start beating. You're like, oh shit, here it comes. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
I don't think so. I mean, I probably should, but I don't think so.
Yeah, I feel like I probably should as well.
Nemesis.
Oh, right. Oh my god, I haven't heard that name in ages.
Yeah. All of a sudden you'd hear the war drums like dong, 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 dong. You're like, oh shit, here it comes, and the fucking lights would flicker, I think, or something.
Yeah. I forgot about the Nemesis.
Yeah, they
were proper dicks when they first showed up.
It's pretty much the Butcher, but it would be like, this killed this player. I think it would actually reward them too, that they were avenged or something, or you'd be notified if somebody got your killer.
Yeah.
Or an item in your mailbox.
3.2 million crit. That was nice.
You're at 3.2 million crit. For real.
Mm-hmm. On a whirlwind barb. On a whirlwind barb, yes.
Holy fuck.
Good. The spirits will cling to
I hit
hatred.
4 million once.
I am trusting you to defend.
I don't know what I lined up.
Yeah, the moons of Venus, apparently. Right, okay, I'm gonna run to the toilet. Let me know when you guys want to run some dungeons.
I was there.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Whenever.
Yes. I believe so. The paladins are finally at peace. The light shines bright.
I just cleared the Blind Burrows boss with conduit on.
I shall tell the other Zakharum of Karthus and the paladins who gave their lives to contain Mephisto's corruption. May the light guide your way.
Probably should be looking at some of this stuff. Whatever. I just want the gold at this point. Yeah, just the art of changing my build will take me 45 minutes to just do the task. Because I had to physically remove each node individually.
I wonder what it would look like if they change this game to a first person type. Or third person, rather.
Just from a camera angle?
Mm-hmm.
Awful.
That's what I thought about Grand Theft Auto, and then it changed the whole thing.
No, that is not.
I thought
they were change the whole game.
I thought they were going to ruin it going third person.
The worlds are designed in a specific way that the camera angle has a point, so I don't know.
Right. Well, okay, let me say, what if they made another Diablo that was like that? Would people play it? Or I probably would try it, but man.
Can you imagine looking face on to a mob of like 100 enemies running at you? Like, how could you see what you're doing?
You know, I was really looking forward to a game like that. Somebody, I can't remember who, got me really excited about this game where hundreds of enemies came at you and stuff. And then I got really excited about it, and then I'd come to find out that it was Xbox and PC exclusive. I can't remember who did that. It got me really excited.
Who did that obviously cared about you.
Yeah.
But like, how can you even see what's going on the screen? Like,
no, I mean, you can.
You clear them out.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. It would just be crowds and crowds. Yeah.
You kill them out, and then you'll see.
Nah, I don't know if the Diablo gameplay loop would be the same. I mean, if they made a separate game based in the Diablo universe, that would be different. Like, you know, something where they said, look, this isn't our next Diablo game. It's not Diablo 5. This is, you know, barbarian something.
It's a side project, essentially.
Yeah. And then you could maybe have an RPG or even an MMO like Elder Scrolls did. Because they've essentially, if you want to look for something that would be similar to what you're talking about, that's essentially what it would be.
Have they ever done a Diablo, I won't call it a non-canon game?
I mean, you could claim that Hellfire was a non-canon game.
What was
okay?
Because
I don't remember what that one is.
So Diablo 1, the edition Hellfire was created by a separate company to Blizzard because they were already working on Diablo 2. And hearing the creator of Diablo talk about Hellfire, it's so funny because he fucking despised it. He despised it so much because they had a bunch of like weird alien levels in it. The design of the rooms and caves was different. It wasn't randomly generated in parts. They had loads of weird, funny lyrics.
That's not a side project. That's a bastardization of the game.
I'm ready whenever you guys are, by the way.
Oh yeah. I need a medicinal can. Give me a moment. Yeah, no, you could start the dungeon though, by all means.
But if they did something like, pick a different game that we're probably all familiar with. Pokemon is very familiar with doing this all the time. They have their mainstream games, but in between those, they have a ton of different side games and things that come out, like Pokemon Snap or other things like that.
Pokemon Snap was for the real kings.
Right, but I'm just saying that those kinds of things, they're very good at doing things like that, which I think
that's true.
Is what we could do. Now, I don't want Diablo Snap, but like along those same lines.
Click it, click
Do you not? Because I kind of do now, except a Diablo portrait. Like,
put Mephisto in a boat with a camera going around taking pictures of. Oh, look at the drowned in their natural habitats.
Diablo. Yeah.
Look at the
catch a bashful side of a ghoul.
If you throw something at it, it will make a funny pose.
Did I just find out you all loved Pokemon Snap or what?
No, it's just it was the first thing that came to mind. There's other ones that they've done in between, but I can't.
Yeah.
None of them coming to mind right now.
I don't think I had it, but in a way, maybe I did. I don't know if I just watched a video of it or if I actually owned it.
Spiritually, I did.
I had it on the first one, anyways, because they've made a couple since. Or even Pokemon Stadium is another idea. But something like that. Like, they don't have to keep it as a main story thing, but they can go off in whatever direction they want just to explore something, a microcosm of the bigger game in more detail.
Yeah. Well, that would be, I mean, I'd be open to that. You know, I'd love if the guys who did Blade and Sorcery on VR took over for it. That'd be great.
I'm not familiar with that game. I was just trying to think, but
unless you play VR, you probably wouldn't be. But it's essentially you can use any manner of weapon, and every person is grabbable or pushable in some way, and so it makes the combat quite realistic. Like the things you carry are weighted, so you know a great way to kill someone who's carrying a shield and a sword is to stick a dagger in their foot because they obviously wince and crouch over, and then you can stab in the back of the head. You know, so the combat is almost, I wouldn't say realistic because you have godlike strength because nothing stops you. You're in VR, but it's pretty fucking good in regards. And also the modding community got hold of it, so you can give yourself Spider-Man powers or the Force and get lightsabers or guns in it now, all kinds of stuff. Are we in the dungeon already, by the way?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm clearing it. Lobo's like following behind me and taking credit as I kill things before he gets there. But yes, that's exactly
That's
Hey,
a lie.
Lobo, he knows how you play already.
I'm pretty sure I'm killing everything.
Yeah, sure you are, buddy.
But I wish they would embrace some sort of modding, like, okay, not in the actual game, but like make a mod setting, like let in their own sandbox allow them to do what within a reason of certain things.
Yeah, I'm always a fan of community-based mod teams. I mean, I think it adds some serious time to how long you can play a game for. Because as soon as you get bored, you've got a whole world of people who fucking love your game making content for it. The problem is it just means that they can't sell their own official modifications, you know?
They can, they just have to be as good as the other ones.
Yeah, that means putting themselves up against them as challengers, and we both know that's not going to happen. Because I don't think they want to put in that kind of effort, you know?
Yeah, I mean, as long as it's a separate mode and it doesn't actually bleed into this realm of the game, let people do what they want, like, keep them around.
Oh, don't be wrong, I'm right with you, man. That's everything I want.
The real question is can you keep stuff out of that realm from bleeding into this one? Is there enough securities in place to keep it pure? That's the real question.
Yeah, and that's again, I mean, this is an always online game, and I feel like if they offered an offline mode, then yeah, they would be able to. If they, you know, you want to be able to play the seasons, you want a character that can go, that can get all the new updates, then you have to play online. But modded stuff.
But then that means only the modder can play the modder stuff because you can't share it with other people.
Well, no, I think that you just have to create a character on a offline-only profile and download the mod. And then if a modder wants his mod to be online, he'll have to pay for servers and have a connection method. And that's on the modder to do.
I must wait.
Yes, but if you're downloading stuff, you're opening your game to the possibility of downloading things you do not want to download along with the mod.
Yeah, well, that's actually one of the risks of modding, really, isn't it? I don't have any of these dungeons. I'm getting mad aspects right now. Even when I wasn't in the dungeon with you and you did it earlier, I got an aspect for it.
Yeah. Doubling down.
Just tell me which ones you want, I'll clear them all. They're not a problem. So.
Oh, they just...
They only go to 95 and I'm 100, so they're all kind of a cakewalk.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. But they're just... we don't really get anything out of them. I need high qual gear right now. Are there any uniques? Did I miss uniques?
Are there any aspects that are vital to your build
at the moment
that are in dungeons that you don't have done yet? We'll just clear them in a minute. It doesn't take
okay, I will check. Oh, that is a big wasp.
Speaking of that, there's a bee that flew in the green screen behind me days ago, and I haven't seen it since. It keeps worrying me.
Leave the bee alone, Lobo. They're friends to humanity.
It's a yellow jacket, I think, or more of a waspy bee.
He was a bee, but he had waspy tendencies.
It's a meat eater.
As opposed to the old vegan bee, yeah. Ooh. Critical strike damage over time, ultimate skill damage. Well, that's good. Oh, it's sacred. 666 item power.
Nice.
It's just not really good enough for this. I need so much kashish. Like, what happened to gold increasing exponentially as you leveled up and did harder stuff? Like, I just feel like everything's getting more expensive.
It does. I mean, I'm getting about 1 million gold per